Tim cruised along with Felicia. It's our first time on the USS. They still call them USS?
No.
Okay, this is the Carnival Mardi Gras, one of their newest ships. I think there's a new one in the pike coming. We'll be on that one too, but we decided it's been 11 years.
It has been a long time.
Since either of us have been on a Carnival cruise, so we decided we need to give it a shot because we hear a lot of bad things. You hear it being called like things like the Walmart of the sea and lots of terrible names. I'm like, that can't be true because I remember my first 4 Carnival cruises with the family when they were little.
When they were little?
I have nothing but good memories about those. You?
I agree. 100%. We had great memories. The kids still talk about it.
We had a great time. There were some awesome destinations. There's definitely some different destinations on the Carnival cruises than the boring ones we went to on Royal, right?
Yes, that's true.
All right, we'll talk about that in a second. But anywho, Carnival Mardi Gras. So give me your overall impression of this ship and Carnival so far. What do you think?
I'm impressed. I'm very impressed with this ship.
Tell me why.
And the service is gorgeous, number one.
The service is gorgeous?
The ship is gorgeous. The service is wonderful. The food has been outstanding.
And the servers are gorgeous too, aren't they? How you doing? Yeah. So, yeah, I think so too. I agree. The food's been great. I mean, they are still a little understaffed. So some in the main dining room we had a little bit of a delay issue and some other stuff too, but it's completely understandable just coming out of COVID.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. I agree.
But otherwise, it's been great. And shebang, oh my God, we'll talk about that in a second. That's been perfect.
Delicious.
A perfect experience. We went there 3 times and highly recommend it. We'll talk about this. Chinese and Mexican, which is a really weird combination, but it works. I'm not going to lie. All right, so how about parking? Let's start from the beginning. When we pulled into the terminal, tell me what you remember.
Parking was so easy. Yeah. We dropped off our bags. We got in. Our check-in time was like 1 o'clock, and there was no lines for dropping off our luggage. We spun up to level 5, found a spot real easy right in front of the elevator. We're able to check right in, no problem. I mean, it was flawless.
I was able to use my Florida Sun Pass to pay for parking, which I thought was great. It's a newer terminal, I think.
It is. Yeah. It is a newer terminal.
So the design's a little bit better. You don't have to go downstairs and then up an escalator again, which is silly. I don't know why that other one's like that. But yeah, it's a great terminal, real easy in and out. Elevators seem new and available, right?
Absolutely. We had no problem. Yeah. Got right on.
The other one, you're lucky. You have to wait 20 minutes for an elevator. Usually one's dead or you got to end up walking down the steps, and it's just brutal.
Yeah, well, that's true. The last time we did cruise on the other one, it was hard to, we couldn't get the elevator to work.
It was quick in and out, too, as far as driving. I mean, you normally have to wait in a long line, but we were just right in there. I guess that's the staggered check-in times?
Staggered check-in time. I mean, 1 o'clock check-in was flawless. Yeah. I would highly recommend it, to be honest. I mean, a lot of people like to get on early so they can get the drink on, start eating right away, but this was seamless.
We live 20, 30 minutes away from Port Canaveral, so it's a little easier for us. We're not stuck in a hotel, right. So it's a little different for us. Your experience, your mileage may vary, as we say here in the business. So to be fair, we recently cruised on one of Royal Caribbean's latest ships, Wonder of the Seas, and I don't know. I'm thinking I like this layout better. I do dig what Royal's doing on their ships with the boardwalk and Central Park and the promenade, but this is different. When you walk into this ship, what did you see?
The first thing we saw was Grand Central, and it's level 6, 7, and 8 with this humongous stage with the backdrop of the water. They do all kinds of different shows and performances there on that stage, and you can see it from all 3 levels, and it's just, I don't know, it's wide open, and it feels spacious, and it was a lot of fun.
It's kind of like a second theater. I think it's bigger than their main theater, if I'm not correct. Yes, it's 3 levels, plenty of seating, easy to see. There's really no really bad vantage points. And their theater, I think, only had 1 pole.
The theater was nice. And nice reclining, comfy seats. It was very nice.
But anywho, most of the stuff happens out here in Grand Central. They did Deal or No Deal. They did the Family Feud auditions. Last night they did a Mardi Gras thing. We had bingo out here, so it's much, I mean, you feel like you're in a much more open area. If you want to go up to a bar and get something, it's a lot easier to do that.
Agreed. There's bars all around it.
Yeah, and coffee shop, and there's the sushi place up on the top level. It's really interesting layout, and I think it's a little smarter than what Royal, so I really think some of the Royal space is wasted.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I think they could do more on their boardwalk.
They could, and just it makes a lot more sense what they've done here with this big area. I'm not sure why they need that and a theater.
I don't Oh,
We did see the Family Feud production. I guess for their big productions, we didn't. It's the only thing we did in the main theater because there's 5,100 people on the ship. It's completely crowded. But does it feel crowded on this ship?
no, it does not feel crowded on the ship. It is sold out, but it does not feel crowded. It's just that big.
I think the only thing that appeared crowded was the theater, and because it's a little smaller than a traditional theater for a ship this size.
Agreed, and it was a big show that people really wanted to see. I mean, Family Feud is pretty cool. And they had the full Family Feud setup for it, too. It was awesome.
It was definitely nice. And there was this one woman behind us that cackled like a dead chicken. She's like, I was going to get up and smack her with my shoe, and it really took everything I had, all my self-control, to not do that. And because I didn't want to be a problem.
She was definitely annoying.
We got up and left. We couldn't take it. I was getting a headache. I mean, she's just right in my ear. It was so rude. But you're going to get that on any ship, on any cruise line. There's always that one person, you know?
That's true.
I don't know if she's doing it on purpose. It's something I would do on purpose, but not anymore because I'm mature.
Oh.
And I'm a person of the media now. All right. We got to our room. Now, normally, suites are like a drug, I'm not going to lie. Once you start staying, we worked hard, okay, over the past 11 years, and we moved from inside rooms to balconies, and we've been in suites our last 10, 20 cruises. So the only room we could get on this, because we booked it last minute, was a balcony.
Correct.
And what do you think about the room?
It's a real nice room, but it's tight. There's no doubt. It's narrow.
Now, if you're used to inside rooms or balconies, it's about the same, but I think the newer ship allows for a more smart design as far as storage goes. Did you find yourself tripping over anything?
No, I did not. They have lots of storage.
2 big closets, and they have 2 pull-out wire drawers in the closet. Very smart.
Very nice. Very nice. Agreed.
And 3 drawers, and there's actually a little stool that sits on the floor. We'll be showing you B-roll as you're watching this. The stool actually has storage inside. It's really smart.
That's right. It's nice.
And a tremendous amount of space under the bed. What did you think about the bed?
The bed's okay. It's not, it's not sweet quality, but it's good. It's good. I haven't had any problems.
That's true. So it's really, we have a king set up in our room, but it's really two twins pushed together. And normally in the suite rooms, they do a little bit more. They put like a really thick memory foam. We didn't have that here. It's like a thick sheet or something.
The room is narrow, and the balcony is narrow as well. It's got 2 chairs and a little table out there. It's enough space to sit out there and enjoy the sunset or the sunrise.
And that's not fair because we just got off Virgin. We had a suite on Virgin, and my bathroom was the size of my room on that ship. I'm not going to lie.
That is true.
And what do you think about the bathroom itself? Talk about the bathroom in our balcony.
So the bathroom is okay. It's not very big. The shower has body wash and shampoo, but no conditioner. It's got a nice little shelf so you can store your own personal stuff that you bring with you. It's got a little counter. It's got 2 shelves that you can put your stuff on if you want. It's just tiny.
Now, did it have the most important thing in the entire world to you, the makeup mirror, the magnified mirror? Was that in your friggin' room this time?
It was, actually. That was very nice to have that mirror there.
Thank God. You don't know what kind of stuff I go through of ships that didn't have that. All right, so the room's great. It's smart. The storage is more than enough for, it's just 2 of us. If you put 4 people in there. It did have a pull-out couch, right?
It did have a pull-out couch, and if you had brought others to stay in that room with you, it would have been pretty tight.
We'll show a whole a room review of 12501 here on Mardi Gras on a separate video. So make sure you subscribe, like, share.
I will say that the room is located in the aft, and
careful with that word.
I know, aft, and everything that we typically need, restaurants, food, and everything is on this end of the ship, so it actually makes a lot of sense to be in the aft.
That is exactly what Dead Robin Leach said. He said that is the perfect location on this ship because your Lido is straight up, and the dining room is straight down, and all the main area. I mean, you're close to the middle. It's really, let's talk about the elevators on this ship, okay?
Okay, the elevators are probably... The elevators are the fail, I think. They're really, really, really small. You can get comfortably 6 to 8 people in there, but we've seen people really squeeze to get a whole bunch of people in the elevator, but that is probably the biggest downfall.
There's a lot of scooters here, too, and one scooter and a couple of people is all you're going to be able to squeeze in that thing. I think the Royal and the Virgin and Celebrity and just about everybody else's elevators. MSC elevators are huge, too.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, a lot of the other ships, the elevators are have a glass wall so you can see out. These are These are just tiny little boxes.
Yeah, they're in a box, right? They're in a perfect way to put it. There's really nothing to see in these elevators, which is kind of a miss too. I kind of dig that on Royal Caribbean where you kind of see the whole promenade from the elevators.
Right.
Yeah. Something to look at. It's a little more interesting. No elevator entertainment except me dancing, which hopefully you'll see in this video too, maybe not. How about the TV? What do you think about the TVs here? It's big, right?
It's
a big one on a big flat panel on the wall.
Big flat panel on the wall.
And what can you see on those?
No glare.
No, it's nice.
No glare. It's a nice matte finish TV. It's very nice.
Yeah. Can you see the pictures you've taken during the cruise on there?
Oh, that is pretty slick. I'm not going to lie. You can see all your account information, your bill, what you've charged, but yet you can see your photos. Mm-hmm. That's slick. You can see it on the app as well. That's a nice feature.
And your room charges are on there. Yeah. It comes when you walk in, your names are actually on the TV. You can see your portfolio, everything you've charged, check your bills, and some other hotels and ships are doing that now, but that's the first time I think I've seen that on. I think I saw it on Celebrity. I may be wrong, but I did see it somewhere. Maybe MSC, I'm not sure.
It's pretty slick.
And their programming, I mean, there's not a lot of channels. There never is, but I mean, if you're coming on a cruise to watch TV, what's wrong with you, okay? But they do, I mean, Royal Caribbean has these 30-second ads about their excursions.
They do.
And they're just too short to really show anything. It's like major highlights, really didn't show anything, but they have entire programs dedicated to the excursions where you really get a sense.
On Carnival, yeah.
Yeah, you really get a sense of what's going on. Some of these I think they're 30 minutes long.
Yeah, they're like watching shows.
They're hosted. They have entertainers hosting these things. They have tours of different areas. And I thought it's phenomenal. We're actually thinking about booking a couple of new cruises because of what we saw.
That's right, because of what we saw on those shows. Yeah. They were slick.
Pretty amazing, excellent production. So kudos to Carnival for that. It actually gives you something to watch who's actually helpful and relevant in the industry. So I thought that was a big plus. There is a CBS news station or something? Yeah.
Yeah, there is a CBS news station.
All right, how about dining on it? We know we talked about food a little bit. We talked about the main dining room. We've only been in there once. We're not big main dining room people because we like to explore the specialty offerings. I think that's where everything's headed, and I think dining rooms are going away. What have you thought about the food?
I thought the food's been pretty good so far.
And we talked about that at the beginning, but again, our favorite restaurant was what?
Chibang.
Chibang. We went to Casa, what is it? Casa de Cuba or Cucina del Capitano?
Yes. That's the
Captain's Kitchen?
That's the Italian restaurant.
Yeah. And supposedly the captain of the ship, who's the first guy who took this out of port, had his favorite stuff in there. And what did you think of it?
It was good.
Yeah.
It wasn't my favorite, but it was good.
Menus aren't deep here.
No,
I mean, granted, with 5,100 people, you can't really offer everything under the sun.
Right. Agreed.
So they do very well with what they have, but I wasn't crazy about it either.
Yeah, it was okay.
I'm not going to lie. I'm more of an Olive Garden. When I think of Italian, I think of Olive Garden. I want my Pischetti, and I want it the way Olive Garden. I want angel hair with meat sauce. Yeah?
Yeah.
You too?
Yeah.
And that salad. Why don't they put Olive Gardens on these ships? Let's get rid of that Cucina del Capitan and put an Olive Garden in here, right?
Okay.
It'll be packed. Never mind. I have another video talking about that too. Where else did you eat? Do you remember?
My favorite place is Chibang. Yeah. It's a Chinese-Mexican restaurant. It's got half the menu in Chinese and then half the menu in Mexican.
Not written in Chinese. It's in English. But,
right.
Chinese
you
food.
can mix and match. You can get whatever you want off of both menus.
We did. We actually mixed several times.
We did. It was really, really good. And we had such a nice server. She brought it. We didn't order
spring rolls,
but she brought them to us anyway, and they were so good.
I'll tell you what, the service was on point each of the three times we went into Chibang. Yeah.
On point. Yeah. No doubt.
We went to the sushi restaurant, and Felicia doesn't really like sushi, so she ordered a cooked dish, and 40 minutes later, it still wasn't. I mean, they were busy. They're busy, and it just kind of failed. We ended up leaving.
To that point, if you want to get into those specialty restaurants that have a charge, like the teppanyaki restaurant or the steakhouse or the fish place, you probably need to place your reservation early ahead of getting on the cruise ship, because we have not been successful in getting into any one of those specialty restaurants since we booked last minute. Yeah.
But again, we don't really do the main dining room, so I don't know what's going on in there, and I will never do a main dining room. I think we stopped doing main dining rooms when we stopped cruising on Carnival,
we
didn't we?
did go in the main dining room for breakfast the other day, and it was
that's right.
really
because,
good.
Yeah, breakfast, that's a great point. Thanks for bringing that up, because breakfast options are very, very limited here. I didn't see pineapple the entire trip?
Gosh, I haven't seen pineapple once on the ship.
Really disappointed. So
Yeah.
you're gonna have your pastries. You have a lot of scrambled eggs. What's that egg thing on bread they make here? It looks like a raw egg. What did I get?
Oh gosh, eggs.
Poached egg? I don't know
Eggs
what it is.
Benedict.
Yeah, some kind of weird egg dish, but it's, and they do have an omelet station, but the line is obscene for that omelet station. But you can get any of those things and more in the main dining room for breakfast.
Right. That's true. That is true. Now the Lido deck, for where they call what they call their marketplace, has
Windjammer.
Windjammer. For those who are familiar with that,
Royal people.
it's divided into the seating area is so cute,
It
so
is.
well done,
Yeah.
no doubt. You'll see that in the video, but they have 3 different sections for their buffet. So there's 3 different areas. They offer exactly the same thing, but to kind of space it out, 3 different areas to get your food.
Yeah. It's nice. It's really cute. Plenty of places to sit up there. I don't think we had a problem finding a seat at any time. Again, we're full capacity here. The ship is sold out.
Yeah.
And how many ice cream stations did you see here?
I can't even count.
I saw 3. I counted 3 ice cream stations that are open 24 hours a day.
They're open 24 hours a day.
So that's really nice. There's also the Guy's Burger Joint here. There's that Street Eats place.
Guys Burger Joint, Street Eats. There's a taco place.
Yeah.
And then Guys also got a, it's called Pig and Anchor
Yeah.
barbecue place on the ship as well.
And Shaq has a chicken thing in here. I didn't think it was great, but if you like your chicken or your kids like chicken strips,
Yeah.
you got them. You know what I mean? Limited hours. A lot of these things are outside, so if it's a hot day, it's been hot as, I don't know, blazing hot. Yeah, a lot of these things are outside, so it's not going to be really comfortable to sit out there. So if you're heat sensitive, keep that in mind. You'll want to stay to the inside venues. And what did we do when we were sitting in Grand Central the other day? It was about lunchtime, and we didn't feel like getting up and doing anything or going anywhere. What did we do?
So the pizza line is fairly long. I mean, everybody wants their pizza, right?
It's good.
It's good. It's really good. Nice little small pieces. But we were sitting over in Grand Central doing what we were doing, and on the app, we pulled up.
The app is phenomenal.
The app is amazing, no doubt.
Well done.
Yep. So on the app, you can order food to be delivered to wherever you are on the ship. I mean, how cool is that? You ordered a pizza and had it delivered to Grand Central.
Yeah.
And it showed up in, I don't know, 20 minutes maybe?
20 minutes.
Yeah, it was very slick.
You get drinks and a beer with that too. You can't get drinks from the bar, but like they have a bunch of things. It's kind of a limited menu again because they can't do everything on there. It's not a typical room service menu, but on the app you tell them where you are. You just pinpoint it. There's a map that pops up, and I'm right here, and you take a picture of your face so they can find you. And again, anywhere in the ship. I was considering ordering a pizza in the main dining room for breakfast just to test it yesterday.
He was.
She wouldn't let me do it. She said that was wasteful.
But we did it in Grand Central, and then we also ordered pizza in the room.
That's right.
As well.
Flawless, fast service, piping hot. Carnival, man, you guys are doing some stuff very, very right. And I've missed you. I'm not going to lie. We shouldn't have stayed away that long.
This is a nice ship.
Let me tell you what happened. We circled our wagons around this weird family who swore by Royal Caribbean. Because it has the name Royal in it, it must be good like the Queen. God rest her soul. But we kind of left. I mean, the kids were growing up, we just figured let's go as like one big group. It's always better to go in a group because you have more fun. You kind of own the ship, and you make a lot of noise and not get your butt kicked.
Right, that's true.
But now that the kids are grown, it's time to start exploring other itineraries, other things. I mean, the itineraries are amazing. Where did we go on this ship on Mardi Gras from Port Canaveral? Do you remember?
From Port Canaveral.
How much did you have to drink today?
Nothing today. From Port Canaveral, we went to Nassau. And
Boring.
Then Amber.
It's not done yet. That's not fair. There's a lot of cool stuff to see, but we've been to Nassau 40 times.
So many times. But we went to Amber Cove in Puerto Plata, in Dominican Republic. And then Grand Turk.
What did you think of Amber Cove in the DR? First time there?
First time there, and I thought it was amazing. I mean, it was absolutely beautiful. The port was gorgeous. The people were awesome.
They were.
The excursion that we went on was breathtaking.
What did we do?
We did waterfalls
And
monkeys.
Monkey
I
Land.
like monkeys.
Now, this is really cool. We'll show that. We have 2 different videos of these 2 excursions. We'll go into detail, but it was phenomenal. The people who run the excursion, it was a Carnival sanctioned trip.
Right. It was a Carnival sanctioned trip.
So you can't do some things on the Carnival trip, which we'll talk about in that video as well. So make sure you subscribe and you'll get all that information on those. excursions. Just amazing excursion. And I think Carnival has some more interesting, well, they're probably more interesting because we haven't been to some of these destinations that some of these ships go to. So we'll be exploring that. It seems that the Royal stuff all goes to the same place.
Well, it's the itineraries we pick, so yeah.
And Coco Cay, man, what? Boring.
It's an amusement park. If that's what you're like, that's great.
A couple other things we noticed here on Carnival. There is no Coca-Cola on this ship. I did see a woman with a Coca-Cola on the elevator, and I nearly knocked her over for it. That's not true. I was going to buy it from her. She wouldn't sell it to me. This is a Pepsi product-only ship. So know that if you're a Coca-Cola person, bring your own Coca-Cola. It has to be in cans, 12-ounce only. Okay? Plenty of bottled water. What do you think of the other drinks here?
The drinks are good. The drinks are very good. We've got a specialty drink we still want to try. We haven't gotten there yet, but we'll get there today.
And tequila, the most important liquid on the planet. What do they have here?
Añejo.
They have 1800 Añejo, which is hands down, in my opinion, the best tequila, like under that $6,000 thing that Jorge was telling us about.
Yeah, right.
I'm not doing that. But yeah, they have 1800 Añejo here, and its price is a premium. I think it was under $13.
Yep, it was.
We did not get the drink package. We wanted to test it. And they have this really cool thing on Carnival. You can make it, it's called Make It a Double. For an additional $4, you don't have to pay for 2 drinks, because Royal wouldn't do this. Royal would not pour doubles. They're like, no, you got to come back and get another drink. I'm like, 13 and 13, that's ridiculous. But Carnival says, if you want a double, just say make it a double, and how much do they add?
$4.
So it's 13 plus 4, you've got a double. You essentially got 2 drinks for $8.50 each. So to me, that makes all the sense in the world, and they won my business at the bar because of that.
Yep.
Way to go. Now, their unlimited drink, they call it Bubbles or something. I don't know what it's called here. We didn't buy it. But it's limited to 15 a day. Now, when we did Royal Caribbean, I was able to get 27, and the guy at the end figured out what I was doing. He looked at me, he goes, you're testing the drink package. I'm like, yeah. He goes, you want a couple more? I'm like, no, impossible. I was about to fall over. I didn't really drink all those. I just wanted to see. But they will cut you off at 15 on Carnival, which is probably a good idea because I can imagine people abuse it.
I agree.
The bars are smaller here, and the lines tend to be pretty long at those small bars. And I imagine that's a way to call the drink package and
Agreed.
behavior. And did you see any weird behavior? I mean, some of the stuff we read about on social media. Did you see any fights?
Nope. Nothing. No, nothing.
No? Nothing weird going on here?
I didn't. No. Did you?
No, I saw nothing out of the ordinary. There were a couple medical emergencies. Unfortunately, we did lose somebody in the casino the other night, so God rest his soul. But that happens everywhere. I mean, this guy was 70, 80 years old, and, you know, it happens. It happens everywhere. It's not Carnival's fault. It's humanity's fault. It's just the way it happens. So that was unfortunate, but nothing out of the ordinary. I think, personally, I was trying to gauge, and we went out all times of the day and night. What was the average age on this thing? I'm thinking it's about 45. Now, it is September. The kids are back to school now, so that makes it different. What did you think about the average age?
I would agree with you about 45.
There are a lot of silver hairs like us on this ship. I'm not going to lie. I thought Carnival would be a lot younger from what I remember 11 years ago, but
it was no spring break cruise.
Absolutely. Now, that might be different times of the year, but then Royal Caribbean, Celebrity, Virgin could be a lot younger certain times of the year. So I thought Virgin was older too, which is weird.
Yeah, it was.
But the cruise population in general tends to be 40 plus, I think. You got a lot of younger people here, but I'm looking right now. I see some silver hairs walking down the hallway. But it's nice. I mean, they tend to be a little more responsible, a little more respectful, that old school way, mentality, better behavior.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
I mean, even if you are younger and looking into a Carnival cruise, there are young people here. There's 20, 30 something. But the old people aren't going to bother you. I mean, they're going to be in bed by 9 o'clock.
True, or they're going to be sitting in the casino.
Or they'll be sitting in the casino all night, right? How'd you do in the casino this time?
I didn't do so good. You, on the other hand, did outstanding. Way to go, Fresh.
Well, once in a while, Lady Luck smiles upon the old Tim Cruise. You know what I mean? Ding! Can I do that in editing? Casino's very nice. There is a smoking section, but most of it was non-smoking. There's just a little cubby in the corner.
Yeah.
There are smoking areas out here for people. I have to admit, I didn't smell any of the Mary Joanna here until last night. And I happened to walk outside at 2 o'clock. It was a really pretty moon out there. And I opened the balcony door, and whoo, it was like in a dispensary. It was pretty bad. So I closed the door. I didn't smell anything. The doors are very well sealed. It's a newer ship. They, I guess, thought for these. I mean, it happens. That's going to happen on every ship as well. We smelled that on Royal. We smelled that on Virgin. But it's everywhere.
Yeah, it's true.
So no, it's not a problem. I don't think it's a problem at all. You can isolate yourself and get away from it if you want to. During the day, I smelled nothing. just
No, nothing.
salt air,
Yep.
negative
It's beautiful.
ions.
It's
yeah.
beautiful, and everybody's having a good time.
Yeah, yeah, it's a really great crowd. Everybody's happy. I think demographically, it's a lot more varied here.
It's a very diverse crowd.
Yeah,
There's no doubt.
Yeah,
And it's been very nice.
It has. Everybody's just getting along and
Yeah,
having
it's
fun with each other and
It's been
laughing
very-
and smiling.
Yeah, it's been very cool.
Yeah,
We've
it's
had a nice time.
A lot of differences here. So I think we may end up circling our wagons back after 11 years at Royal Caribbean and other cruise lines. I think we're coming back to Carnival.
Yeah. Their newest ship is coming out in a few weeks, a month.
We're going to
Celebration.
miss that. We were going to take the
Yeah.
transatlantic, but we're attending a wedding in Philadelphia for Joe Money. Which, you'll see him on this channel. And then we're going on a Disney cruise for his honeymoon. We are chaperones.
Whoa, what? You're going on his honeymoon?
Yeah, we are going on his honeymoon on Disney Wish sometime in November. So I think that's Disney's newest ship.
Yes, it is. It just came, sailing out of Port Canaveral.
So that's our next cruise. We'll be on there. We're taking some time off doing a morning show on another channel, blah, 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 blah. But Carnival, great job. I am impressed, and that's hard to do because, we just talk the truth.
That is true, and it's very hard to impress him. And
I talk a lot of crap, okay, but I'm saying that Carnival has done a tremendous job. That's it. Now, I don't know about the rest of the fleet. Some of the ships are a little older because they've been around longer, and they are the biggest, and more bad things happen when, it's the law of numbers.
Right,
You know what I mean?
right. But this ship is simply amazing.
And if this is where Carnival's heading in the future, man, I'm all
On.
about it.
Yeah.
I'm on it.
Agreed.
Yeah, so great job, people at Carnival, and great job, you guys. Have you sailed Carnival? Let's hear your experiences. Put them in the comments below. Let us know what you think. What ships have you been on? What do you recommend? What's your future plans? And do you want to cruise with us?
Oh,
We
let's
should
go.
have a Tim and Felicia cruise.
We should do that. That'd be
Just
fun.
take over the entire ship
That'd be fun.
with people who watch us on this channel. What do you think?
I like it. I
And
like it a
you'll
lot.
pay for it. If I had her money, I'd burn mine.
No, we wouldn't want to do that.
Tim Cruise for Felicia here at Cruise Reviews aboard Carnival Mardi Gras. And thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Let us know what you think. Share it with your people. And we've got more video reviews coming up soon, including our room tour on this ship and the Excursions. So make sure you watch those. Those are a lot of fun, too. We'll see you all later.
Bye, Felicia.
Be fabulous!